So, we in that new year, new me season.
Yes.
But a lot of us still have some of the same goals from 2023. And a lot of y'all, and I know for sure because y'all came up to me and asked,
You
a
did.
lot of y'all wanted to start a podcast.
Yes.
I got good news for you, player. Spotify for podcasts is here for every need you have.
We've been using Spotify for podcasters since we started our podcast. It's so easy. You literally record, edit, and upload all from your phone, your computer. So no matter what your setup looks like, you can start now.
Yes, get your conversations, your opinion, your views out to the world. People need to hear you.
You can distribute your podcast to Spotify and anywhere else that podcasts are heard.
With Spotify for podcasters, you can earn money in a multitude of ways. Ads or podcast subscriptions. I mean, it's an easy way to get your visions out to the world and earn some extra pocket change.
Yeah, my favorite thing about all of this is free 99.
Yes. They don't charge you a dime. So you really got nothing holding you back. Today, not tomorrow, today, let's be heard. Spotify for podcasters.
Let's be seen. Welcome back to another episode of the For the Healthy Health podcast.
We talk about conscious living, self-awareness, and everything in between.
I'm your host, Ree.
Sunset Tim.
Thank you for joining us and allowing us to be a part of your journey. How are you doing, babe?
How are you doing?
No, I asked you first.
I'm okay. I am shattered and put back together. I know all the pieces. I am okay.
That is poetic way to say it.
I guess so. How you feeling today?
Child, life been kicking my ass.
That's a less poetic way to say it.
Life been kicking my ass. Life been lifing. Parenthood been rough. Life been challenging. But I am grateful. At the very least, yeah. I am grateful. And I'm shattered. But what'd you say? I'm shattered.
I can't really remember. It came just.
All the poetic shit you just said.
Yeah.
Me too.
And how y'all feeling from the cubes?
From the cubicles. They haven't heard that in a long time.
I feel like I ain't been on a podcast in a really long time.
You was on here the week before last, but I think you didn't get to say for the cubicles. I mean, from the cubicles. Because I was like, I like to start it off this way, but after I thought about it, I was just like, you know what?
Let me be.
Let him be. Let him say from the cubicles, because I think some people like hearing it.
I get that.
So from the cubicles. I feel like you and I have been having an ongoing conversation about don't take it personal, which I think this is going to be a really fun, interesting episode because we got different views. I mean, we got the same. Yeah.
We got different views. It impacts us in different ways, taking things personal. So,
but when I say don't take it personal, though, what I mean is don't let it affect your energy. Don't let it affect your actions to things.
And I get that, of course, and I agree with it. I agree that not everything deserves access to your main frame of thinking. Everything don't deserve access to your core values or feelings. But there is some shit in this world that I feel like you should take very personal.
I agree. It depends on context. For me, I just feel like I took shit personal so much. Like, all of my fucking life. I literally, I'm a sensitive person. And I literally wear my heart. You are too. I literally wear my heart on my sleeve. Like, I remember being in, middle school. And my cousin told me, she was like, this is the first time maybe one of the first times I was ever told this or really understood, like, I'm really a sensitive human being. But I think I was in, middle school. My cousin was like, you really wear your heart on your sleeve, don't you? I was like...
Who told you that? Which
Jaleesa.
One? Oh, okay.
She probably didn't even remember it.
Yeah. I know these people, so I just wanted to know which
yeah. She told me that.
I thought it was going to be Yella.
No, it wasn't Yella. It wasn't her. Then was I just sometimes I think about my childhood and like, when we grow up, we don't really see or talk to your cousins, especially the ones you kicked it with and like grew up with a lot. And I just like reminisce and really miss them days sometimes.
Yeah, I do. I miss my people sometimes. I miss living in the same city as them sometimes.
Exactly, me too.
But I ain't moving back.
I can't do it.
Can't move back.
Granny be having me thinking though, like she's like, I went and picked Kylie up.
I know.
Or picked her up from school. I was like, that sounded so beautiful.
Dude, to pick her up. I don't know. Maybe we meet. Nah, I can't go.
I can honestly. I just feel like I'm in a space where I'm trying to better myself, and I did it. It seems selfish, maybe to the like naked eye, but I feel like I'm in a space where I'm trying to better myself, better my family, so I can better my
people,
help my people out. But yeah, she was like, "You really wear your heart on your sleeve." I'm like, "Yeah, I guess I do, huh?" And yeah, I just feel like I took shit personal and I allowed things to really affect me and how I moved and allow other people's opinion and things just that happened to me in life to shape how I felt about myself. So that's why I be saying it.
And for me, it was like the opposite. I feel like I didn't take certain things personal in love. I feel like I didn't. I feel like I let too much like just roll off. And yeah, I just feel like I didn't take things personal. I'm a very I ain't gonna say tough skinned person because I'm actually sensitive too.
You are.
But some shit just don't faze me sometimes. It just don't. And it's been a problem a lot of times in my life that I had to look on like why I'm not fazed by certain shit. Why certain things just don't get me riled up and other things do. That's like the bad, I ain't gonna say bad, it's like the gift and the curse of being a calm person. You know what I mean? An even keel kind of person. Like sometimes shit don't get you going. That not until you think about it, like, oh, I should have been up about that.
Yeah.
But at the time you ain't take it that person. I'm like, nah, I can't. Couldn't have been me. Like couldn't have been talking to me. Or it couldn't have been, or this couldn't have been that, or whatever it may have been. I feel like I didn't take a lot of things personal in life.
And I think it's interesting too because you said you are calm and you are sensitive, and it is true. And it's just intriguing to see how you operate in the world with being both of those things. Like, how does it, like, it's calm and sensitive?
It's a delicate balance. It's a crazy world to be, so calm, so laid back that you're not taking so many things personal, but also very sensitive. So it's almost one of them things like everything don't reach me, but the shit that do actually reach inside, it hurt for a very long time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the shit I take personally.
Yeah.
And, Reed's stance is I'm with Reed too, don't get me wrong. But I do believe that you do hit a point in your life where a lot of things will be taken personally because you at a very critical time in your life. You get what I'm saying? Like, I take my energy very personally now. You know what I mean? When I was younger, it wasn't really like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no boundaries, anything like that. Now this shit kind of personal. I feel even with emotional intelligence, right? I take it personal now. If you call me at 9 a.m. to complain about some shit, I take it personal. Like you ain't stop yourself think like, you know what kind of day he having, or am I finna throw salt in his smoothie? Like what's going on?
Salt
like
in smoothies is good though. Like
what?
Literally speaking, yeah, like a little sprinkle of salt in your smoothie.
No, I ain't never did that shit.
I do it to you all the time. In your peanut butter chocolate smoothie.
You put salt in my shit?
Just a little sprinkle of salt. Salt brings out the flavor. Yes. I mean, think about it. It has peanut butter in it. Peanut butter is salty.
Yeah, but I ain't add salt straight to it.
I did though.
Against the subject, and you will be taken to court over this bullshit.
But yeah, you're right though. It is certain things you have to take personal. Yeah. Like somebody calling you. Like I said, it's context. It's context. And I guess really what we gonna get into is just like the things that we take personal, things that we don't like, and just having a balance between the both. But you are completely right. And something you said, I take my energy personal.
Yeah.
Them was bars because I think about it in the sense of, like you said, people calling me and dumping first thing in the morning. It's like, damn.
I know somebody finna dump me when a motherfucker asks me how I'm doing, and
they don't
like
give you
they
really
buck
time to answer.
past. I kind of, oh yeah, I'm cooling. Yeah, bro, like, or yeah, I'm cooling. Girl, let me tell you, like. I'm finna
Like,
say more about me
and
cooling. Like, I'm finna give you a rundown of what I had to do today and like how I felt.
exactly. Like, I wasn't done. I
I
wasn't
know,
done.
I know I'm finna get dumped when somebody say, "Hey, bro, let me tell you," or in a female sense, it's like, "Girl, let me
Girl
tell you."
or bitch. That's how I do
Be,
my best
but
friend.
them, I be ready to hear that though.
You do be
I be ready to
like,
hear that.
and it's one of them things where my friends, when they tell me things, I tell my, it's like, don't tell nobody. All right, girl, I ain't gonna tell nobody except my man.
You know they gonna listen to this.
Like,
You exposed.
they
now.
know. They know. I mean, it's just really mainly. Well, I was gonna say I got one friend, but that is not true. But
She don't give me y'all details. She just give me a rough.
yeah, I don't give. I wouldn't do y'all like
Y'all
that. And
say-
plus, they
y'all
never
say.
actually say don't tell nobody.
But you know though.
But my friend Jamaica, like, we don't even ask what we doing. Like, what you doing? Maybe we do. What you doing, girl? It's like, bitch, let me tell
Yeah,
you.
get straight to it.
Like, and I think it's a unspoken thing that we have. Like, you, and it's just like, read the room. Like, hello, girl. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
read the
yeah.
room.
She's pretty good at like she got emotional intelligence though. I get
She
her
do.
that
Her
for the
little
most
ratchet
part.
ass. I
She
love
do.
her
She-
so much. She's
Yeah,
like,
she that girl.
she's but yes, but what I was gonna say was A, that thing that you just said, but also B, I wasn't aware, or I guess aware of who I gave my energy to, like the people that I was around, the people I allowed into my space. Because okay, one person, somebody calling you dumping, like a friend, family member dumping first thing in the morning, that's one thing. But being around people and having relationships with people that you really don't even want to like
Have a relationship
be
with,
be around,
yeah.
that's a whole nother thing. And I found myself doing that a lot, and it's just like, why?
Yeah, it happens like that. And to first get into like taking things personal, why or how do things even get personal
That's
in the beginning?
that's a
Right?
good,
I feel like we all have shattered pieces we've put back together, kind of like I spoke about in the opening.
mm-hmm.
And when we take something personal, it's either A, oh, this motherfucker sees one of my cracks that they not supposed to see.
Yeah.
B, they are actually making the crack themselves.
The person?
Yeah, the person.
The other person.
The other person's actually saying something that's actually cracking you a little bit. You know what I mean? Or C, the environment or people you are around are kind of like causing you to shatter your own self.
Or D, do you have a D?
I don't have a D.
Or D, the things that you experienced in your past, your traumas, affect the way you responded to this particular thing.
You're basically holding on it, like you can't let it
Yeah.
go. So that I guess that is D.
Yeah. So let's go over it again, because I'm trying to remember what you said. A,
A, someone sees your cracks,
your flaws.
your flaws, cracks, flaws. B, they actually are the person causing,
Said flaw.
yeah,
Or
say cracks,
whatever.
in you.
Yeah.
Or C, is more or less like you're hurting yourself, and then D, you said it's more like you hovering onto things and you can't let them go, and now you starting to crack on that.
Yeah. Agreed. I feel that. I feel like there could be.
The root of where
Yeah.
taking shit personal actually begins. Because,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's your life. Everything is personal. It's you. It's your fucking life. Everything is kind of personal. And that's why at this point in my life that I've realized that's why I take just about everything kind of personal. You know what I mean?
It's so funny we on opposite ends of the spectrum, because I had to really embody that don't take it personal mentality when it came to, so I'm a creative, I'm an artist, and I'm sensitive about my shit. And when you working with other people, whether it be brands or just human beings, but mainly brands, and like, so you'll send a draft over, and I'm talking like visuals, stuff like that. You'll send it, actually any kind of creative work. You'll send that draft over when you're working with a brand, and they're like, well, this is XYZ. I used to be so pissed whenever they wanted me to do something over again. And when I mean I used to be, I mean like last week. And I was just like, what do you mean? This is perfect. Like, I did it exactly how you asked me to do, because they sent over a brief. I did it exactly how you asked me to do, blah, blah, blah. You know, I come up with all this stuff, like really just fighting myself and making it so much worse than what it is, and making myself even more resistant to completing that task, because at the end of that, I'm gonna have to redo it anyway.
Yeah.
And so I really had to tell myself, this is not personal. This isn't personal. This is not a shot at your creative expression, at your ability. That's what I had to tell myself.
That's good.
Yeah, because thank you. Because sometimes, like, whenever somebody has, I guess, criticized, it's not really criticized. I take it as a personal shot, because that really wouldn't. I mean, technically, it was feedback. It was some type of criticism. And I used to take that shit so personal. But I'm on this journey of specifically like work things, not taking it too personal. Even just like with creating online, like in the YouTube space and Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, people have opinions. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. And I had to, again, embody that. Don't take that shit personal.
Yeah, they trolling. They came for this.
Yes. Yeah. Like, why are you here?
Like, if I followed their movement, they probably hit up another 20 people with comments too. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But I get what you're saying. And often, if you want to try to avoid that kind of taking it personal, like feedback, criticism, and that, I think a good way to look at it is from a realistic standpoint. Nobody can bat 1,000. Nobody can shoot 100%. Like, you gonna miss some shots.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody does. Sports analogy coming in.
Here we are.
At least it's gonna be somebody y'all know. Steph Curry. Everybody knows who fucking Steph Curry.
Steph Curry with the pot. No, Steph Curry with the shot. Chef Curry with the pot.
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember what he said. But Steph is like the greatest 3-point shooter of all time.
He don't make every single one.
He shoots like 42% out of 100. Like, he's still gonna miss just about like little less than 60% of his shots.
And he the greatest?
The greatest.
It's not even 50.
That Mike didn't shoot 50. Michael Jordan didn't shoot 50% of his career. He missed most of his shots. Matter of fact, Kobe Bryant got the most missed shots in NBA history. And he's one of the greatest ever. There's no way you can bat 1,000. And when we don't bat 1,000 and someone tells us about it, then we get offended. Then we take that personal. But it's just unrealistic to think that everything you put out in the world is going to be 100% perfect, unflawed, and everyone should love this.
I know. That's how I be thinking sometimes. Everyone should love this. And also with that feedback, though, you have to look at it and be like, okay, was this comment or feedback meant to hurt me? Or is it meant to help me? Yeah, because truly, when just thinking back to like creative expression, when these brands that I'm working with say, hey, we wanted you to do this instead, or can you do this? After I actually did it and stopped complaining and stopped taking it personal, the shit actually came out a lot better than what I had before.
Yeah. Sometimes they do.
Yeah, because sometimes things actually can help you grow. And like I said, you just got to look at it like, all right, is this helping me or hurting me?
That's a good thing. Yeah.
And what was the intention behind this particular comment?
Yeah, that's good. Helping or hurting. I rap, so if somebody tell me I'm whack, he's
obviously that'll hurt you.
But if somebody hit me up like, hey, I like how you did this, but like, hey, if we could add this in and take that out, then we might be on to something.
Yeah,
like, you trying to help me. It's a big difference between hurting and actually trying to help a person or the situation.
Absolutely.
That's really
thank you.
I hate when you say thank you like that.
I know you do. Thank you.
It's like, which is that a Kardashian?
You know, embarrassingly, whenever I was in high school, I used to watch the Kardashians.
Because you still watch the Kardashians?
I am not still. So, okay, let me tell y'all something. Because you're not finna drag me.
Have you watched them this year?
I honestly, let me tell you something about me.
You watched that last
Let me tell you something about me, because you're trying to like put me out there. So let me tell you something. I did watch a few episodes when I was retwisting. When I was retwisting my hair. Yes, I was bored.
So you watched
and they be entertaining sometimes. But here's the thing. I find myself doing things that my old self did. Even if I feel resistance to doing that thing, I still doing that thing. But yes, long story short, I did watch the Kardashians. I did. And yes, there was a Kardashian reference.
Kourtney.
Courtney. I like Courtney. I think I like Courtney. Do we like Courtney? I can't remember. Because something happened. You like Courtney too. Stop playing with me. Don't do me like that.
I like Courtney. She cool. I like Kim the most if I had to pick a Kardashian.
Why?
Kim seemed like she be trying to do work. She be trying to be on her boss shit. Sometimes she say incorrect things, but I mean, again, we can't bat 1,000. If a motherfucker, if y'all got to hear me as much as like y'all heard Kim or had a camera on me as much, I'd say some shit too that offend somebody too.
Right.
So
probably, but I like Kendall too. But no.
I don't really got much info on that one.
That's why I like her.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a no. She was like, "Can I guess she was like somebody somewhere. Can I have a great big hug?" And I seen this on TikTok. Can I have a great big hug? No. Thank you. No, thank you.
Thank the universe. Summer is over. My time of the year is finally here. It's fall. I'm showing out every day. I'm outside. This is my season. But just because it's my season does not mean I can lack on my hygiene out there.
Agreed. That's why we're excited to tell you about Lumi's whole body deodorant for pits, privates, and beyond.
What is beyond? Oh,
thighs, underboobs, pits, feet.
Everywhere the sun shine and don't.
Lumi deodorant was created by an OBGYN who discovered odor isn't just an underarm thing. It's an all over thing. So she developed Lumi, a pH optimized deodorant that's clinically proven to control odor everywhere for up to 72 hours. Unlike some deodorants that try to mask odor with a fragrance, Lumi is formulated and powered by mandelic acid to stop odor before it starts. More like a pre-odorant.
I get it.
You get it?
I get that. Lumi starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, and 2 free products of your choice and free shipping.
As a special offer for our listeners, new customers get $5 off a Lumi starter pack with code FTHH at LumiDeodorant.com. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack. Again, just visit LumiDeodorant.com and use code FTHH. In the past, I often found myself, and I still do sometimes, not doing the things that I know that are good for me. Even though I know this particular thing is good for me, I still may or may not do it. It's like, almost I'm fighting with myself.
Yeah.
And what that simply is like my brain and my thoughts just getting in the way of my growth. Sometimes it may be things on the surface level, but more than likely it's something a little deeper than that. Therapy helps you figure out what's holding you back so you can work for yourself instead of against yourself. I noticed whenever I talked to a professional therapist, I was able to really just get out of my head and stop standing in my own way. Honestly, we are the things that are holding us back the most.
Agreed. So if you're thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, suitable to your schedule. Just got to fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge.
Make your brain your friend with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/FTHH today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/FTHH.
There are times in life where someone is trying to fuck with you. Like trying to press your buttons. They are actually, that is their mission, to press your buttons.
Right.
And those are the times I feel like we try not to take it personal, but we should take it personal.
Really?
Yes. Because, I mean, I ain't gonna say with everybody, but for the most part, I'm gonna say we're all good, honest people, good, honest citizens out there. We usually don't try to get on people's nerve or press people's buttons, but we do have antagonizers in this world.
Yeah.
People who I don't know what they get out of it because I'm not one of those people, so I would not know the benefits of being an antagonizer. I don't quite understand. Or a menace. I don't actually understand why people are like that. Or some people say they don't love themselves. People try to diagnose people like that with a lot of different things. I try to not actually extend my energy to thoughts that I would never understand.
Right.
I don't get why people antagonize. But I do think those are the points where we have to take that kind of personal. And
why?
I feel like a lot of times people who are menace, antagonizers, trolls, they usually go unchallenged. I feel like so many of them people who are like that in real life, not just like on the internet, But a person who I don't know how to necessarily describe it in so many words, but a person who says rude things. A lot of times people will say a lot of rude things and cover it up as being like I'm being real with you or
Right.
whatever it is. But them people, they get away with so much. You know, them people who just get
I
away
know
with
what you're
saying a
saying.
lot of shit.
Yeah.
I feel like them people. No, I feel like the world has let those people live in that mode unharmed for so long, and at some point, like no, they got it. They have to be checked at some point.
I feel where you're coming from, but I also feel like in that moment, it's like you have to choose. Do you have time today? Do I got time today?
Well,
Or B, am I going to reserve my own energy?
but and that's the thing where I'm talking about me being calm and like sometimes like you would ask yourself like you would try to process a situation in the immediate aftermath of it, and it's too hard to like do that kind of thing like for something to happen and then immediately it ain't like you get to be like hold on, good sir. Let me pause and go into this room and like let me think this out, and I'll be right back with my answer to like.
I mean, yes, technically you do that, but it processes way quicker in our mind. Our mind processes way quicker than
But when it processes that way, when you process a situation that way, that's when you usually like don't react in the way you want to because you didn't have time to process it. But a lot of times you miss the opportunity, then it's gone. It's like somebody say something to you and you like, was he? And you taking 15 minutes, dude, and drove off, or he doing something else at work, he gone. Now, if you go back in there and re-engage, it's like you started the shit now.
I see where you're coming from. I honestly do feel like we have time in that moment to react or respond to a particular situation.
I feel like if your mind is trained well
if your mind is trained, absolutely.
If your mind is trained well enough,
absolutely.
you know what I mean? Some people's minds is trained TTG, like trained to go. Like they
Yeah.
don't give a fuck.
That's why I was like, I got time today. Yeah.
Like, they don't give a fuck if they had time. They don't give a fuck about what energy they finna like let loose on. My mom was like that.
Yeah, your mother is that way. Very
Like
much
she
so.
don't like it ain't no like whatever it is, or you say something, she not finna process it any kind of way. It's like TTG, like this person ultimately is they trying me right now.
Yeah. I feel like I was a lot that way in high school. That's why I got into a lot of fights. I feel like I was that way, and I'm trying to be a better me. I just feel like a lot of that.
I remember last time my mama did some shit like that, and I was with her. You remember we went to
Word.
my little brother's graduation,
Yeah, that was yeah.
DeMarcus's graduation. And
What
we
she
was-
do?
And we was taking a picture, and it's just crowded. It's a
Yeah, it's
graduation.
hella
people trying to
people.
move through,
Mhm.
and my mama was taking a picture, and somebody must have walked through. And she said something like, "Oh, these
Damn, they just gonna
damn,
walk-
you just gonna walk through my shit? You ain't gonna like." She immediately went to go. Like she didn't process. Like it's a lot of people here. It's kind of crowded. I mean, and plus they just walked by for a second and only. It
They probably didn't even notice
They
it.
didn't probably know. They probably trying to get to their car.
She is hilarious. One thing about her, she's gonna say what's on her mind.
Immediately.
It's crazy because your older brother, act
He's
like
like that
him,
too,
but
yeah.
you don't. You act like
I ain't
your
like
dad.
my father.
Yeah.
He more was cerebral. He thought things out. But again, like sometimes you don't get to go back and speak your piece. Sometimes when the moment passes, like it's gone and you can't get that back, bro.
Yeah, and I will have to say, like, I don't know, just because you respond to certain things in a certain way don't mean you took it personal. Like, do you?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because I feel like if you trying
somewhat,
to,
I don't know.
if you are, I don't know, it's like I feel like the lines are blurred because at the end of the day, like if I feel like you are, I don't want to use the word coming for me because that's not really what I mean. But if my energy is at risk, if the people I love are at risk, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna check you.
If
Like
I feel
it's
like you just disregarding me
Yeah.
all the way, I gotta say something.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's why I've taken it personal with such a slippery. It's like a slippery thing.
Yeah.
For me, it's the season. I can't turn it on and off that quickly. So I really just go into a season like, all right, I'm in this mode right now. If something happens, then of course I'm taking it personal right now because I'm actually kind of tapped in with something right now. So like you said, taking personal, motherfuckers calling me, complaining about something earlier. You didn't think about my day when I'm trying to create something that changed my life
Yeah.
right now, and this is not providing or serving in the right direction, I'm gonna take it personal. It's just like seasons with me. I can't switch it up that easy.
I feel like for me, it's more so. I wouldn't say it's necessarily seasons because I done had 25, 26, 7, 8 years of in that season of taking it personal.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think I take things or took things so personal, and I'm not gonna say I don't anymore, but it's just like certain things. I think that's why I'm such a passionate person. Like if you have a conversation with me, if you listen to this podcast, you probably can tell like Ree is passionate. You're passionate as well, but like
It don't show all the time.
it don't show as much as like mine does. Like I'm a very passionate person, but what's my point? My point is, for me, I guess it has to go back to my values and just what I care about. It's just the context.
Yeah, I get that.
I spend a lot of my time, a lot of my life being so attached to things. Even when I think about like how the things that life serves us, the challenges that we face in life, I even mean don't take that personal. Like, cause you ever heard, like, I remember you were telling me about a time where this lady at the in the parking lot of a grocery store, she like ran into like a pole or something. And she literally looked up at the sky and was like, God, why me? Which is making me think about
the little boy.
Yes, y'all, kids are so fucking
Kids are
funny.
I was walking into our apartment complex, and these kids out there that play.
Everywhere.
They play all day and whatnot. And I'm walking past, and it's one who older than all of them. And he the ringleader of them.
Yeah.
He looking up to the sky. He says, "Lord, bring my uncle down." He dead, y'all.
it's like that's not funny, but it's like that's funny. Like,
why did I walk past him saying the part that killed me was
he dead, y'all. Like, yeah, we got that part.
He dead, y'all.
Kids are so funny. They don't even be trying to be funny, bro.
Hilarious.
But the lady, she looked up at the sky and was like, God, or what'd you say? She said, God, why me? Why me? And I think even when it comes to life and lived experiences, I personally don't want to take everything so personal because it makes me so attached to my past and it interferes with my ability to move forward and just to detach from certain past experiences. I think we all just be like so attached to certain versions of ourselves, identities, things that happen to us. And honestly, the things that happen to us is how we often form our identities. And it stops us from moving forward. And so by not taking it personal, it allows me to detach from my past. Even just like I said, thinking about things that life has served me.
Yes. And you are representing like the positive side, not taking things personal. I'm kind of representing like the battery, the negative side of it. But both balance out to give energy. Yeah. I feel like taking things personal unlocks an energy in you that nothing else can. I feel like so many times in life I didn't take things personal. I used to tell myself, like, you know, today's time with rappers, everybody's talking about they ops.
Yeah.
Ops. I never really had an op in my life because I never took anything personal enough to have an op. Not to say motherfuckers wasn't trying to oppose me. I just never took it personal enough to have an op. And I should have, because a lot of times I was somebody's op based on how I live my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, we thrift our clothes. A person who's a heavy consumer will look at me like, why the fuck would you wear some shit somebody else had on?
Yeah.
My daughter kind of got ops, right? At school. Like, my daughter like Doc Martens. She's like wearing loafers.
She's like her mommy and her
daddy.
She's
a dressing kind of kid. She different.
Yes.
I'm different. We are different people. And motherfuckers will automatically kind of op us.
Yeah.
Like, they weird. They different.
Yeah.
You my op. Like, we don't consume the same. We not the same kind of people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You just a consumer. You buy as what you saw.
You buy what's trending. You buy what's popular.
I live a different way. We kind of ops. I just choose sometimes to pick it up. Sometimes I choose not to. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And even with my daughter, she's chosen times to like and blow it off. These niggas ain't got no style.
Yes.
They be like, oh, you wearing Doc? Y'all Y'all ain't got no style.
Like,
Y'all-
yeah, what you got on your doc? Literally, a child said to her, "What you got on your docs today?" Like in a joking way, and it's like,
Yeah.
my God, she went
She
in
went
on
in on-
my God. You got these like dusty like J's on
You got
these
these
forces
dusty
on like
J's.
everybody else, and I'm so proud because when I was that she's 11, when I was that age, and I remember telling her when we were having this conversation, when I was that age, I wanted to fit in. I
you
wanted to do what everybody
compromised.
else was doing. My mom, I didn't have like a quote unquote cool mom who knew what like shoes were popular, who knew what shoes were popular, and who knew like what clothes were popular and where to shop. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I would wear Skechers, and I remember the first time somebody made fun of me for my Skechers, and I was like, I was sad. I never wanted to wear them again, and I
Yeah.
did not wear them. Well, I'm gonna get to that. As a kid, as a child, I did not wear those shoes again because I was just like embarrassed and distraught that I was made fun of for wearing those. But I got older. I seen a pair of Skechers,
Yeah.
and they were like cow print. I love these shoes to this day. I get so
Still
many
got
questions about them. Yes.
It was like 4 years ago.
Yes, and that was a moment for me. I was embracing who I was, like not giving a fuck what anybody else said. It took me all this time, and it means a lot to me that our daughter is able to wear the things that she wants at such a young age and not give a fuck what nobody else has to say about it. Like,
Yeah,
we doing something right.
She chose ops. She
Yes.
chose to take it personal because you niggas made it personal.
Yeah.
Y'all my ops. I don't fuck with y'all. And it's a lot of people out there like that. You my ops because we don't consume. We don't live in the same society. We don't have the same goals.
Right.
Our goals kind of counter each other and shit like that. Our
Yeah.
values counter each other. The way we live counter each other. What you do and what you buy counters what I have. We kind of just ops. And when we have to meet up in one place, it be kind of weird. Y'all looking at me like, what he got on? Like,
Yeah.
who he think he is? I'm looking at you like, fuck you got on. So
Like, you met what Brent say? He mentioned he
messes Jordan with his fitty cap.
Yes. Like the
fuck you,
fuck.
nigga. The fuck you. Like, but
We different, and that's the thing though. I feel like this is kind of like off topic, but we can be different and live in our differences, and it can be fine. Like,
we could be, but a lot of times with a lot of people, like I said, them antagonizes people. They don't want it that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They trying to get ranked really in they little
clout.
world clout. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? I'm gonna make fun of this person. I'm gonna do this right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This shit is actually weird.
you're weird.
It's actually weird that people can't freely be themselves, but in that society that judges people, them my ops. If you sit in that society, you know, me and you ops. I don't want to sit next to you. I don't want to kick it with you, skate with you.
I
None
want
of
to kick
that.
with you, skate with you, none of that
shit. Like,
rest of y'all,
the rest
get
of
off
them,
my porch.
I'm not fucking with you niggas like that, dog. We not in the same season. We not like
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I think because I took things personal in my life, and it really led to what was viewed as negative things, like all the fighting, all the
You
arguments.
standing up for you.
I was standing up for myself, and you have made me see it in a positive light, in a sense.
Yeah, like it's a beauty in taking some shit personal, cause like, shout out to Cleo Soul. Like, we live in a world that's breaking our heart all the time. We live in a world that's like breaking us down all the time, and then like, you know, you fuck around, be a crazy motherfucker, we'll call it out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you stand up and say, why the fuck are we spending $150 per shoes?
Yeah.
You know what the crowd gonna yell? That nigga broke.
Yes.
That nigga broke.
Yeah.
He can't afford them, y'all.
They
Like,
gonna make fun of
that's
you.
what the crowd yell. Like, the fuck and you looking crazy as shit because you the one who called it out, bro.
Yes.
And again, that's a op field world that we live in. This world breaking
Yeah.
me down, but the beauty of it, if you take some shit personal, I take I take having to get a job real personal.
Yeah.
I take that personal that nigga tell me my 40 hours worth this much.
Yeah.
This much time away from my family worth this much. I take that shit kind of personal. So I'm gonna go hard to get away from y'all. I'm gonna go as hard as I can to build me a world within this world, a society within this society. So I'm taking it personal, so I'm doing something about it. So taking it personal is not a negative thing. It's all about what you taking personal and what the situation is.
Yeah. I think taking it personal is often viewed as a negative
thing.
thing. And I kind of like almost embodied that perspective as well.
Well, I can get where you wanted to get away from. It's like me and you, it's funny, we was on different ends of the spectrum at different points of our lives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm how you were as a kid now as an adult, and you kind of like where I was as a kid as an adult. Like, it's funny
Yeah.
how that worked out.
I think too, as a kid, I took it personal because I felt like, what's the word I'm trying to use? I don't know. I feel like what am I trying to say?
I felt like I was kind of like an outsider. I was alone. Like,
Yeah.
Like, kind of bewildered you to yourself. Like, so shit, take it personal. Like, niggas not finna, you got finna just step on me like this, bro.
And almost like I was offended by everything too. Like, does that make sense?
I can get that. If you're looking at it from a don't take everything personal side, like let it go. You don't want to be offended by everything. I can get that too.
So I think that's the perspective more so that I had when I was younger, and the one that I want to, let go of. So it's like taking it personal versus being offended by that thing.
But again, there are times to be offended.
I mean, yeah, you rightfully so. Sometimes there is times to be offended.
Yeah, there's times where you gotta look at them crazy. Like, me, of all people, right now, me. Like, this is what we're going with, me. There's a time to be offended because people will, how do I put this, like shatter like what you got going on.
Yeah.
Or how you feel about yourself. They would just try to flat out shatter it. And I can't just let nobody hammer away at me no more.
Yeah. And a saying that I've heard a lot too is don't take it personal because it has so much more to do with them than it does you. That's another perspective that
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with, you know what I mean, the people who usually point the finger are trying to hide their cracks. You know what I'm saying? It has a lot more to do with them than, if they embrace somebody who is quote unquote different or weird, they might fuck around accidentally show one of their weird cracks.
Exactly.
Fuck around getting comfortable with this weirdo. Got me doing weird shit.
Why we can't all just be weird? Because we all weird.
Everybody's weird behind closed doors. If everybody had a GoPro camera snuck into their house.
You gonna catch everybody doing some weird, goofy, silly shit.
I'm talking about in their drawers. Weirdest thing of all time, dog.
Yeah.
We all some weirdos. And if we all could step outside in a different person or different with a mask on, we might all dress different.
Yeah.
Talk different. We might go to different places, but I think when you know everybody can see you, then you too scared to do something because you're gonna take it personal that they saw one of your weird cracks.
Exactly. But speaking of Cleo, you said earlier, Cleo Soul said, she came out with another album. She came out with 2 albums back to back. The first one is called, I forgot what it's called, Heaven. And the second one is called Gold. I really vibe with the second one more.
I ain't heard either one of them yet.
Yeah. She's amazing.
She's amazing.
I love her.
So, ladies and gentlemen, on this taking it personal talk, it is really a case by case, person by person, season by season kind of thing. That's what I'm looking at now. Like, it's just, there are some things we need to let roll off of us and not take personal, and then there are other things that we need to gladiate, go to war about, because they flat out wrong. You know what I mean? It's a pick and choose. It's a slippery slope. So with all that, be okay with apologizing if you choose the wrong side, because it can happen. It very much can happen. What do you mean
the wrong side?
Meaning you choose to get personal about something that you should have let roll off. We not perfect. We not gonna be able to judge these situations perfectly all the time. You know what I'm saying? And then on the flip side, forgive yourself if you didn't stand up for you at that time because you was trying not to take it personal. But when you look back on it, you like, damn, like I let them get that one off, you know what I mean, or whatever it might have been. Don't take it personal. Don't beat yourself up about it. You know what I'm saying? You just know next time like how you want to protect yourself and set your boundaries and stand on that.
Agree. I learned literally from this conversation that it's okay to take things personal. I don't know who told me or where I saw it or what happened to where I believe that my taking things personal was a hindrance. Don't get me wrong. There's some situations where I shouldn't have probably, literally, I remember being in high school when somebody said something to me and then they proceeded to hit me. So I took it personal. You ain't got no choice then.
Hit you.
But I remember that's the first time I thought, I was like,
Yeah, the thought
Did she
process.
hit me? And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to beat her ass because so my mama can't get mad about this.
Yeah. That was a
'Cause
little
she hit me.
different. They violated. They just violated.
Yeah,
flat
they
out.
violated.
It was just
They
different.
violating.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I just learned that from this conversation, like I said, it's okay for me to take things personal, but have some emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
About the situation, the context.
Yeah.
Know when to bring it out. But for me, it is like I can't. Cause like I'm just thinking about when you in traffic and somebody like
traffic,
strangers,
let them roll off.
Yeah, I think it's
let them roll off. But other things like work, family, like friends, like especially with the friends and family, know when to take it personal. Like, cause I expect to be treated a certain way by y'all.
Yeah.
Like y'all claim to be on my side of the fence.
Yeah.
My people, my dogs. Like y'all can criticize me, of course. Y'all can give me feedback, but there's just certain lines with even with me and you, like a partner, like damn, that when you tried to cut me deep right there with that.
Yeah.
You say something like there's certain lines that not supposed to be crossed with certain people because like you supposed to be my dog. Like we not supposed to do these kind of things. It's not us.
Exactly. And also like just judge each situation. Like we can't tell you what to take personal, what not to take personal, because even for you was like you take work personal, but I just literally when we was the opening of this podcast, I talked about how I tried not to take certain things with work so personal.
It's certain things I'm gonna take personal.
Yeah, but it's hard though, especially like it can be challenging us doing what we do and not taking work personal.
When
you know what I mean?
Your personality is
yes,
part
when
of
you
the
are
work.
like
when you are part of the work.
Yeah.
I'd be taking it personal. I do. I take a lot of work related, but it's in different ways. So a lot of people will say don't take it personal. It's just business.
Yes,
and
I hear that a lot.
You hear that's one to say you hear all the time. Don't take it personal. It's business. I have always been against that saying, dog. If how I run my business actually aligns with how I live a lot of times. Yeah. I'm not gonna snake somebody in business and then I just go home and just like be a great, dad, husband, and fucking member to my society. But you at work all day stealing from people.
Yeah.
Like that shit don't align to me.
It don't align.
When motherfuckers who handle business a certain way, they usually live that way.
That says a lot about your character, your values, and like just who you are as a being on this planet.
So nah, fuck that. That shit wasn't just business, dog. That was kind of personal. Like,
yeah.
You say how I run my business is personal, and like I said, motherfuckers might not feel that way. Some people don't. A lot of business minded people be like, don't take that personal. He's just just doing his job. He's just nah. Kid, we gonna address that.
Yeah, and like to think back, it's certain things I don't want to take personal because I don't want it to. I mean, like not only am I sensitive, but I'm also emotional. I don't want it to affect me emotionally, like you know what I mean, and like affect how I move in the world. So sometimes the lines can be blurred when it comes to like what to take personal, what not to take personal, but. Like you said, it's just a case by case thing, person to person. Yeah, I mean, I feel you. Like sometimes when you take shit personal, it do fuel you, and I just feel like if it motivates you, and if it's gonna add to your growth, to the impact that you are having on the people and the beings in this world, take that shit personal.
Take it personal, bro. Like, don't let them people treat you like that, bro. You can get better elsewhere.
Yeah, and even in relationship, which you already kind of like covered that, like. Kalani literally has a song that say, "Don't say it personal." Is she talking about a relationship in that song?
I don't know.
I can't remember any of the lyrics all of a sudden.
I can't remember the context. Next line.
Yeah, I feel like she's talking about something in a relationship. She usually is.
But yeah, taking it personal is a blurred line.
It's definitely a blurred one.
Oh,
choose wisely.
Choose wisely. Move with caution, and don't be afraid to apologize.
Yeah, move with caution and intention.
Yes. With that being said,
thank you so much for being here with us today and having this conversation about whether we're taking it personal or not.
Or not.
How to take it or like when to take it personal. But we're sending you so much love, so much peace, and everything you need in this moment. We'll talk to you next time. Bye. Mwah.